Hi Tauruses, how are you? So what this talks about is these are pentacles, so this definitely represents your energy. What this is talking about is you're going to have the sense of wanting to hold on. Either you're trying to save money or you're trying to, specifically because this is a love reading, you might be trying to hold back a little bit in love. Maybe you've gone through a breakup. Maybe you're in kind of a weird situation with your partner where there might be arguments or mistrust, or trying to rebuild the trust or rebuild the relationship. And so you're really going to be wanting to hold back. Okay, this is kind of the guidance card. You're going to be wanting to hold back and not get completely over enthralled in a situation, overly emotional or over giving in a situation with respect to your love life until you know a lot more about what's going on, or until you can really trust what's going on. Now that's going to be important for you, Taurus, because right now for the third quarter your overview card is the Hierophant. And so this speaks of conforming and traditions, and it can speak of marriage. So if there is discussions or hope that a marriage will take place, this again, come back to this card and don't get overly excited about something until you really know what's going on, and hold back. Okay, hold back. Now, you have the Six of Cups in this third quarter, and so there may be somebody coming back from your past, or a scenario in your love life that is going to bring good warm feelings about things that happened in the past. Now, because we have this Four of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Six of Cups, you might be getting really excited or hopeful that someone is going to come back, or that you're going to be believing everything that they say. Be cautious, Taurus. Be cautious. Don't believe everything you say, because yes, there may be all this reminiscing, there may be talks of the future, but don't get too excited about it yet, because look at what's next. Either you have something that you have to complete and work through with your partner, or this is not a solid scenario for you to get really excited about. And after you have these feelings, you might realize very quickly that it is something that was temporary. So hold back. And I'm going to keep saying that throughout until you really know where you stand and what's going on. Now we have the Ten of Swords, which talks about completion, feeling stabbed in the back, being hurt. The Nine of Swords, staying up late, having spinning thoughts, having worried feelings, maybe because there were kind of some expectations that you, again, maybe were believing or thinking about or wanting to hear, and you realize that either it wasn't true, which doesn't necessarily mean that that's the case. Either it wasn't true, or you're really not quite sure yet if you should believe it. Okay, so you're going to kind of be oscillating between spinning thoughts and worry. Is it over? Are they coming back? Is it as blissful and happy as I'm being led to believe, or as I want to believe? Okay, we have the Sun card. This is the most positive card in the whole tarot deck. This is the card of Leo. And so just hold back. Let these feelings oscillate without getting so caught up in what the future or what the outcome will actually be. Take it for what it is. Look at it at face value, and also try to not get so caught up in these spinning thoughts of what their ulterior motive might be, because there might not really be an ulterior motive, but this could be caused by you based on these expectations, based on these warm feelings and nostalgia, based on this hopeful, successful future that very well may actually be there, but don't get caught up just yet. Okay? You allow yourself to oscillate and allow yourself to realize that when you feel this way, it it's your mind that's doing that to you, and you could actually be causing this scenario by projecting negativity outwards. Don't focus on that, but also don't fully focus on this. Take it at face value. For example, if someone's texting you all these positive things, but they're not really following through on their actions, you know, you're going to be hopeful and excited about all of that, but then they're not going to be following through on their actions, so there's going to be all these negative mindsets also, this kind of underlying tone about what's really going on here, because I thought we were heading towards this based on these emotions and based on this situation and what we've talked about. So let it oscillate. I know I keep saying that, but hold back. Okay. Keep your motives in check. Don't give all of your motives away. Figure out what their motives are. Slowly. Now, we have the Knight of Wands. So right now there might be discussions. Then there might actually start to be actions. Okay, they actually might start coming towards you. It could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They may actually start taking action on what they're talking about, what they're feeling, what you two are reminiscing about. They may actually start taking actions. How is that going to make you feel? Like the Nine of Pentacles. You're going to feel as if your independence and your wonderful life and your stability that you've built for yourself, this kind of happy single life that you've built for yourself, if you're single, if you're in a committed bond, still you're maintaining, let's say you're in a marriage, you're still in the marriage, but you also have your own stuff going on. You also are busy at work and busy with friends and busy with family. And those are all really good things to have. And you're really reveling in that energy. By you doing this and not getting caught here, by you doing this, it's allowing them to come forward towards you. Okay? This is a beautiful row right here, because you're going to be maintaining your independence and your solidness of who you are at its core. And it's going to allow the relationship, it's going to allow them to come forward, and it's going to allow the relationship to get to a place where you are working towards something that's positive. You are working towards something that's solid. Okay? Is it going to take work? Yeah. You can't get here when you've been here before. You can't get here when you're jumping from here to here or here to here. It's too volatile. So let them do the work. You do the work on yourself. There is work that needs to be done. This is what the Seven of Pentacles talks about. 7 is close to a 10, so you're nearing the end of all of the work that needs to take place before you can get to this really solid foundation. That's the 10 of Pentacles. So this is beautiful. It's very promising, but the work has to be done, and it looks like it will be. Now, coming from this place, allowing them to do the work, allowing them to show that they want to do this with you and get here with you, will cause great stability in the relationship, in you, in what you're doing with your life. All right? You're going to feel, one, like you're on top of the world. 2, you're doing the work for you. You're not relying on what they do. Okay? You're doing what you need to do for you. The relationship might be working, going in a really positive direction, becoming very, very stable. But it's also because you are stable. Okay? Don't ever let kind of these misguided promises allow you to not be who you are, and not allow or force you to take away from what you're doing. Okay? And you won't. This is saying that you won't. You're going to actually be really going from the 9 of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. So you will be focusing on yourself, focusing on your stability, and in turn, the relationship is going to be very stable, and it's also going to make you feel very secure, materialistically and emotionally. And the reason why I say, I'm going to put this over here, I hope you can still see it. The reason why I say materialistically and emotionally is because we have the Ten of Cups here. So you're going from, we're doing the work so there's stability in the relationship, to continuing to do the work so there's emotional stability in the relationship. Okay, this is a beautiful place to be. Now, in terms of who you're involved, I mean, there could be this could be speaking about another earth sign partner, yes. There could be, I'm sensing more that there's either a fiery energy or a watery energy, okay, because we have the Queen of Cups here. We also have the King of Cups. So there's going to be a very solid emotional base that they're looking at. They want this with you. They're doing the work. But the Seven of Swords, so there could still be sneaky behavior, or at least this could be part of the work. And look at this column right here. We're going from staying up all night with spinning thoughts to realizing that there is still work to do on the relationship. Someone might be a little overconfident about what they're trying to get away with, and then justice is going to be served in the end. So this doesn't necessarily mean that someone's cheating, this Seven of Swords, or that someone's being sneaky, but it can. And if you look at this Queen and King of Cups, she's looking here. She wants this emotional stability. This is what she thrives on, and water signs thrive off of, or they operate from their emotions. Again, the swords, like I said up here, the swords represent what's going on in our mind. It's our mind and our ideas. So even though there is emotional and material stability and kindness and warmth, there is still this underlying tone that somebody is not being 100% truthful about where they are. But keep in mind, this could just be somebody's thoughts. So how do you operate in that type of environment? How do you react? How do you respond? We have the King of Cups here. This could be very well talking about your partner. But this talks about maintaining emotional maturity. Okay? Still be open, still be kind and loving. They may be, you may be. But there is this, if this is something that is an energetic threat or something that somebody's thinking about, instead of just reacting and assuming something's wrong, try to maintain emotional balance and emotional maturity about it. Because maybe you two are really just barely getting back together. There's still stuff filtering out from however long you guys were separated. And that has to be understood, that just because you guys might be getting back together or working towards something together, there is happiness, but there still might be lingering stuff from the past couple months. So allow that to filter out without getting all worked up. She gets worked up, he doesn't. She's only focused on the happiness, he's focused on the stability, the emotional stability. Okay. Then we have the Major Arcana card, the Last Judgment. Building, 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 and then you could actually be seeing the effects of it at the end of the year. So, this Two of Wands, again, fiery energy. The reason why I said let this kind of go, justice will be served, is because here they are, they're kind of looking at your past and your future together as a couple. So there are thoughts and actions towards a future. You just have to allow it to take place without trying to force. These are also very receptive energies because water signs are more receptive in nature, specifically Pisces. They're a little bit more receptive. And so that might be something you're going to have to rely on when you're going through this, when your mind is going through this. Just allow it. Okay, just allow things to settle, allow the dust to settle, allow this eclipse to happen, allow this renewal or this final outcome to happen. There may be discussions, and that's why someone's defenses are up, but in the end it's really looking like things are going to really work out in your favor in a very positive way. Okay, for example, if someone actually is cheating, maybe it's because you two aren't fully committed yet, or you're not 100% back together. So just, you're going to feel it, but don't get so worked up about it. Remember, hold back and keep emotional stability. They're going to have to do this too. They might get a little defensive, but they're going to have to keep this emotional stability too. In the end though, I mean, you're going to be, throughout this whole fourth quarter, you actually are going to be feeling really, really good and stable about everything. Okay? All right, Taurus, that was a pretty interesting reading. So as you go through the year, leave your comments below because I'm curious about what this is for you and how it's affecting you and your relationship. Okay? All right, thank you so much. Bye.